Coming up on Juice and Java, Central New York is recognizing Earth Day a little early. We'll take a live look at how one local museum is celebrating.
We learn more about an upcoming beauty pageant in Syracuse. We have a special guest right here in the studio to tell us more about the night.
All of that and more starts right now. Good morning, everyone. I'm Maria Achkar.
And I'm Charlie Goldberg. Thank you for starting your morning off with us. Rough give a dog a bone, or rough give a dog a bat? It's bark in the park for Syracuse Mets today, and where we'll find our Isabella Galan. Isabella, how's it looking? How are the dogs?
Yeah, Charlie, it is looking absolutely great here right now. I am with Ayala right now. She is from Paws Across Oswego County, and we're hosting here at the NBT Bank Stadium with the Syracuse Mets, their annual Bark in the Park event to bring awareness to dogs and also to local animal shelters all across Syracuse.
The proceeds of the dog sales, so dogs can come here for $5, that's what the ticket is, and all of the proceeds go to animal rescue groups and those type of causes. So, that's obviously a really big part of this, but just to have, all the kids at the ballpark and the families at the ballpark to see all their smiling faces and all of the fun that they have, it's one of the best parts about what we do.
And right now, while we're outside and there's really not any people here yet, the game is planning on starting at 1 o'clock. But just 30 minutes before, we're going to take a look right to this field. They're setting it up right now, getting things moved out of the way, especially with the rain that we had this morning. But everything there is going to completely switch when the dogs are going to be able to participate in the Mets Minster Dog Contest, where they'll be able to compete for prizes like Best in Show. And now if they're one of the first 500 people here, you also get to walk away with one of these bad boys. So it's going to be a great event here at the NBT Bank Stadium. Now, also, if you can't make it today, that is okay. There will be 2 more Bark in the Parks events going on, one going to be in June and one in August. But that's all for me right now, reporting live from NBT Bank Stadium, home of the Syracuse Mets. I'm Isabella Galan. I'm going to pass it back to you guys.
Bella, thank you so much. The Syracuse Crunch is holding a fan appreciation night. The Crunch take on the Utica Comets tonight in game 2 of a home-and-home series in their final regular season game. This comes days after the Crunch clinched a playoff berth and will take on the Rochester Americans in round 1 of the postseason. The game will start at 7 p.m. Well, Syracuse men's lacrosse is back on the field this afternoon in Durham. The number 7 ranked Orange will face number 12 Duke for the first time this season. The Orange were on a hot streak earlier this season and won 6 straight games until last week with a loss to number 1 ranked Cornell.
Yeah, that loss was rough, Marie. The Orange and the Blue Devils played each other in the ACC semifinals last season. The Duke beat Syracuse 18-13. The game will air on ACC Network starting at 2 p.m. And, well, as I mentioned before, rough loss to the number 1 team, Cornell.
Right.
And now going into these playoffs in the ACC tournament, it's all about momentum. Syracuse needs to get that in order to really have things going their way.
Oh, absolutely. Well, Spolina had an amazing game this last game, and hopefully coming up, this can be his bounce back. The Orange, they're playing back-to-back North Carolina games. They have one more game before the ACC tournament comes up, and, hopefully this can be their comeback, Charlie. That's going to be the goal, because losing to number 1 ranked Cornell, that's fine. But if they can win to another North Carolina team, that would be ideal.
Absolutely.
Well, Jane Austen's classic novel, Sense and Sensibility, is coming to the Syracuse stage later this week. The stage adaptation tells the romantic and witty story of 2 sisters navigating heartbreak in 18th century England.
The show will open on Wednesday and run through May 11th in the Archibald Theater. ASL interpretations and captioning is available. The show is open to the public and tickets start at $30. They can be purchased at the Syracuse Stage box office. Sounds great. I love plays.
Yes.
I love drama. Sounds like I'm going to go to the box office.
You do love
get
drama.
Myself some tickets for a very good price of $30.
You know, I love the Syracuse stage. They always have some amazing performances going on. I think that this Jane Austen novel adaptation is just another list that we can add. I mean, earlier we saw that they did Legally Blonde, FYP did. Now we're seeing some other musicals going on. Oh, I love it. I love the musical theater. It's great.
Yeah, Jane Austen from 1775, one of the OG authors of her time. But we now bring it to this time and musicals in general. Are
Right.
you more of a Les Mis type of person or a Lion King type of person?
Oh, well, I just can't wait. Finish the sentence.
To be king?
Yeah, see, he gets it. He gets it. Well, you know, it's Easter weekend, and the SU and SUNY ESF Catholic Campus Ministry and SU Catholic Center are hosting events throughout the weekend. One includes a non-denominational luncheon.
Hendricks Chapel is also hosting an Easter Sunday Mass. It's open to the public starting at 1 p.m. in the main chapel at Hendricks. You can visit the website for more information, and our Grace Elford will be in the studio to break down other events happening around campus later in the show.
Well, a recent state Senate proposal could put wine on the shelves of grocery stores across the state. The bill has specific language that only allows stores to display wines produced in state, or they must be made with ingredients grown in New York.
But local winery owners are concerned about the change. They fear people won't go to small wineries because of the convenience of getting it at a store, and the increased competition on the shelves will decrease their sales. The bill is currently in committee. Well, this is really nerve-wracking for the small business owners about their wine, as it looks like the bigger stores are going to take over the smaller ones.
Oh, absolutely. And I don't know about you, but I took Beer and Wine Appreciation. It's a class here at Syracuse. Everyone 21 and over, I do recommend you take it. I had a lot of fun with it. I mean, we learned so much about wine, and not just the tasting of it, but also the history of it and the countries that, you know, all these different wines came from. And I found it very interesting. So I think that anything to do with wine is, you know, really interesting.
Yeah, it's no question, you know, in high school you take social studies, science, classes that, with all due respect, kind of make you want to go to sleep. Now you're learning about wine, things that
Right?
adults like us actually love. We're 21, by the way. There's your disclaimer. We're allowed to do this and talk about this. The class is absolutely phenomenal. It's something that seniors have been wanting to take for ages.
Right.
And now we're there.
Isn't that great? That's awesome. Well, you know, let's talk about the weather.
Yeah, sure. We're going to toss to Olivia now with more.
Oh,
but
wait, no, we're not doing
talking about the weather
No,
later
no.
on in the show. We're talking
Okay.
about Earth Day now,
Earth
Marie.
Day, Earth Day. Oh, similar. In preparation for Earth Day this Tuesday, the Museum of Science and Technology is holding their annual Earth Day Festival. Our Olivia Rodriguez is at Armory Square now for the festivities. Olivia, good evening.
Sure. We're going to talk
There's-
to Olivia now with more.
Olivia.
Hi there, Charlie and Marie. Now, if you're like me out here, we are celebrating Earth Day early here at the Museum of Science and Technology here in Armory Square. Now, if you look behind me right now, there are so many events and things going on today for people to celebrate Earth Day early. If you see right behind me, we have our mobile dairy farm right now and a one-day-old baby calf. Now, there is so much stuff going on here today. There are events, there are booths, there are also food trucks for people to come down. It's actually really nice. The rain has luckily stopped and people are able to come down and celebrate Earth Day. But what's really important about this is the message. I spoke with Museum of Science and Technology President Lauren Cochain about why today is important to celebrate sustainability and conservation, especially teaching that to children.
This is obviously an incredibly important topic for everybody, and actually particularly our young people, because they are going to be the ones that are actually solving some of the problems that we're dealing with right now. And in a place like Central New York, in particular, there are so many careers and jobs surrounding STEM education.
Now, like I was saying, there are many booths and things set up, especially to celebrate farms and renewable energy and teaching these things to children so that they're able to grasp these things and understand really what Earth Day is about. That's really what most is celebrating here today. But one thing that I was also celebrating was getting to meet a new friend. I was able to meet Peanut, who is a one-day-old baby calf today, brought here by our mobile dairy service up here in upstate New York. And she is just the cutest thing, 1 day old, and she's already walking, and people are loving her. She is just absolutely the star of the show today. She is totally helping everybody celebrate what Earth Day means to celebrate sustainability and keeping our planet healthy. There are so many things that people can enjoy. There are free events out here today, like I was saying. There's food trucks, there's tents over here, but there's also events indoors that you can attend if you purchase a ticket at the box office. But that's all I've got for you guys right now. I'm going to send it back to you in studio. Happy early Earth Day here from Armory Square.
Much. Okay, now we're going to be taking you to that weather.
Oh yeah, you were excited about it before.
I was a little bit excited, a little too excited before, because I mean, it's raining right now and I want to see if it's sunny. That's what I want to know.
Yeah, well, Earth Day coming down the line in a matter of days. Olivia, great report there. But now we look back at our weather today.
Right.
What's going to take us from today to Earth Day?
We
We're going to
don't
find
know.
out right now.
You know who
our
knows?
Riley Faye has
Riley.
more.
Thanks, Charlie and Marie. Well, I'll get to what's coming in the next week later in the show, but right now it is kind of rainy outside. It was raining super hard on my walk to CitrusTV this morning, but it's kind of off and on throughout the day. But as for the temperature, it is pretty nice, 69 degrees, which is pretty nice for a day in April. According to the Weather Channel, there is a marginal risk for severe weather, so definitely poncho up, bring your umbrella, especially if you're going to Bark in the Park, which is taking place in about 2-ish hours or so. These pups of mine will not be a Bark in the Park, but they would be rooting for the Bisons. But it's going to be about 62 degrees then, which is super nice, but again, kind of rainy, pretty humid. And that's kind of the same throughout the region. It's about 69 degrees right now in Syracuse, like I said, and kind of the same thing throughout the region. 73 in Binghamton, they always get lucky. 62 in Fulton, but pretty nice overall, although it is rainy throughout the region. So if you're traveling, always be careful. Guys, back to you.
Riley, thank you so much. Well, coming up after the break, Metallica fans gathering at SU for the M72 World Tour concert happening tonight.
The concert's also featuring a couple of other bands you might know. We'll tell you more after the break.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
You're watching Juice and Java with Marie Achkar, Charlie Goldberg, and Riley Faye. And now, your campus news leader continues.
Welcome back to Juice and Java. Although we have some little rain outside right now, it's not stopping Metallica fans here today at SU. They're coming together for the M72 World Tour concert happening tonight at the Dome.
Yeah, that's right, Charlie. And if you're looking to buy tickets, you still have time. Our reporter Lucy Shaver is here in studio to tell us more.
Thanks, guys. If you're looking to have some fun tonight and rock out, you're in luck. Syracuse is hosting one of their biggest concerts of the year. Tonight at 6 in the JMA Wireless Dome, Metallica is on the stage for the M72 World Tour, which is the band's first time back in Syracuse since 1996, bringing an expected number of 46,000 people to the concert. The concert is also featuring Parentera and Suicidal Tendencies as the opening headline bands. Now, if you're still looking to buy last-minute tickets, you have time. StubHub is still selling tickets. with the upper zone ranging from $68 to $360, the middle zone $112 to $160, the lower zone prices at $122 to $742, and the pit ranging from $180 to $1,069. Parking is open now and shuttles are providing transportation to the Dome. The doors open at 4 and the concert is set to begin at 6. The JMA Dome is cashless, and for personal items upon entry, clear bags are being enforced. And to kick off the concert last night at the Destiny USA Mall, the new documentary called Metallica Saved My Life premiered to a sold-out show. The 2-hour documentary highlighted the Metallica fan base with interviews about what the band means to them and guest interviews with the band members and celebrities. Marie and Charlie, back to you.
Lucy, sounds absolutely great. I love Enter Sandman and Metallica as well. And, well, something I don't love, though, is traffic. There'll be a lot of that going into the Dome tonight.
Unfortunately.
A lot of Metallica fans wanting to listen to Master of Puppets. Our Riley Faye, though, has the answers. Will it be easy to get into the Dome?
Took the words right out of my mouth. The traffic is pretty clear right now, and it's not too rainy. It's looking pretty clear on the I-81, but tonight it's definitely going to get a little bit busier. Off the thruway though, Comstock is going to be a one-way street to kind of help ease the traffic, and you're going to see your regular traffic patterns around the city that kind of help ease some of the traffic that does come with larger events at the Dome. But for right now, if you're going anywhere, traffic looks pretty good. Back to you guys.
Riley, thank you so much. Well, May is right around the corner, which means Syracuse University will be recognizing Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month.
We have a special guest right here in the studio to tell us more about the SU Asian Students in America organization. Stick with us.
Jason, let's go see your room.
What do you think? We kept it a little spare, so you can decorate it how you like.
Dinner!
Go. Excellent. Soccer is fun. Yeah, I saw you guys out there. We're the family. Yeah! Oh, I thought you were on my team. Wait.
Welcome to my house. Everybody's pretty tired of each other. The walls were closing in. Clearly a case of too much family, too close, 24/7. If this sounds like your house, try going someplace new. YourLifeYourVoice.org. You'll find lots of ideas to help you handle the family stresses of being confined to close quarters. YourLifeYourVoice.org. It could help you find a little more breathing room.
Welcome back to Juice and Java. In honor of Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month in May, SU is hosting a series of events to recognize the history and traditions of AAPI on campus.
And to celebrate, the SU Asian Students in America organization is hosting the Mr. Asia 2025 event, a night at the Oscars. Here in studio to tell us more about tonight's beauty pageant is Patrick Tran, the Community Service Chair of Asia. Patrick, good morning. Thank you for joining us.
No problem.
Well, okay, so I want to start with this. Can you tell us a little bit about the Mr. Asia event and what is it?
Mr. Asia is a male identifying pageant for all Syracuse students. It's a great event to have all the Asian communities and clubs be part together for one grand event. We have 4 contestants and 1 special guest, Eric O, and we are trying to reach out to all organizations on the campus. It's a fun event involving dancing, singing, and fun skits from eBoard, but we can't wait for this tonight.
Yeah.
Well, it's really interesting you mentioned that there's 4 different clubs all preparing for this event. Tell me, what's the planning like?
The planning's really rigorous. That's a community service chair. I'm not involved with any of the scheduling planning, but I'm involved with all the networking connections. It's a lot of work. We've been planning for the last semester, and all of us are already geared. After this great semester, a great rest is needed.
Obviously, I don't want you to give us or get too much away about this, but is there a sneak peek that you can maybe give us on the student performances, or maybe something that the audience can expect?
A great time.
Yeah, there you go.
There's going to be a lot of singing and dancing from all the clubs. We have about 11 organizations coming to show and produce their talents and what they want to show for the community. And as our guest judge, Eric Go, he's going to do little bits and be the proud guest judge for our amazing event.
Wow, you have a great judge, 11 organizations, but what does it mean for the winner in front of all these organizations and special guests?
We want to emphasize that there's no competition. It merely is to represent who the culture is and what they represent to their community. The title of Mr. Asia is a representation of they know their values and know their culture. Winning and losing does not mean a single thing. It merely is a fun activity.
So for those who are interested in attending, how can you purchase tickets?
Tickets are $5 through my Syracuse student box office, but if $5 is going to be a complication, always ask away and we'll definitely be able to offer a hand.
Well, thank you so much again for joining us in the studio. We're looking forward to the event and I wish you luck. I hope it goes really, really well. Thank you so much again. Oh. Well, when we come back, Easter events happening this entire weekend.
Our Grace Elford will be in studio with the details.
Women are bad with money.
It's what the world's been saying for centuries. But now,
we've got something to say.
Save it. Save the old-fashioned advice, the empty excuses. It's all worthless, unlike us.
To our fellow females, it is time to save ourselves by saving our money.
Contributing to our futures, investing in our independence.
Until we're no longer 80%
more likely than men to live in poverty in retirement.
So again, we say to that, save it.
The falsehoods, the feelings of fault, then the funds.
Learn how to save for your retirement at wesaysaveit.org.
Leaving hot coals improperly extinguished can cause a wildfire.
Hey guys, it's Smokey!
It looks as if Smokey is going to use the drown, stir, drown and feel technique. After the first drown, a good stir. Next, another drink. And finally, a close feel.
Is it cool? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey Smokey, catch! Oh, my bad, Smokey.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Welcome back to Juice and Java. Easter is coming up this weekend, and even if you're apart from your family, like me for the holiday, there are many ways to celebrate right here in Syracuse.
Our entertainment reporter Grace Elford is here in the studio to tell us more about the holiday. Grace, tell us about Easter.
That's right, Marie and Charlie. This Sunday is Easter, and Syracuse has events all weekend on and off campus to celebrate the holiday. If you feel like taking the day off from cooking, the Marriott Syracuse downtown has you covered. The hotel will be hosting Easter brunch in their grand ballroom. The menu features traditional breakfast items as well as specialties like a made-to-order omelet station, penne with vodka sauce, chicken piccata, and a shrimp display. The kids station will also be available featuring chicken tenders, french fries, and mac and cheese. Reservations are available at 10 a.m., 12 p.m., or 2 p.m. on Sunday. For something a little more casual, Harvey's Garden in downtown Syracuse is hosting a Hoppy Saturday event. The celebration features face painting, crafts, and photos with the Easter Bunny. K-Dogs and Kona Ice will be throughout the day. The event will run until 2 p.m. today. If you're feeling musical, Onco Fermentations Brewery in Tully is throwing an Easter Eve party. The event will feature Los Blancos, a local band specializing in the blues and soul music. The brewery will be serving some of their usual menu items for guests to enjoy. The event is free and runs from 6 to 8 p.m. tonight. Moving back to campus, Hendricks Chapel is hosting an Easter luncheon tomorrow on the quad following their non-denominational service. The chapel is also offering various services throughout the day on Sunday, with Catholic Mass at 1 p.m., Lutheran service at 5:30, and historically black service at 6:30 p.m. Now, we all know what the most iconic Easter activity is, a classic egg hunt. Thankfully, there are several today and tomorrow around the city. Starting in Baldwinsville, the Beaver Lake Nature Center is hosting their Easter egg extravaganza. Participants can find realistic wild bird eggs and enjoy science experiments. The hunt starts today at 1 p.m. and will cost $7 plus the cost of park admission. Moving east, the Solvay Public Library is hosting a hunt inside and outside the building. Kids can then make crafts and watch an Easter movie. The event starts today at 2 and runs until 3:30. Sign-ups are required on the library's website. And just a short walk off campus, the Vineyard Church is hosting their Easter Jam tomorrow. The event will feature 2 photo booths and donuts from Green Hills Farms. The event kicks off at 9 a.m. and the entire Syracuse community is welcome. Now, Marie and Charlie, I was wondering, which one of these events would you guys want to go to?
Oh my gosh, the Easter egg hunt. I think that's so much fun. I would love to do that. How about you, Charlie?
Well, as somebody with the last name Goldberg, who's used to finding the afikomen and searching for that on Passover that falls around the same time, I think I'd be pretty good at an Easter egg hunt. And chocolate's better than matzah, so I'll take that any day.
I love Easter egg hunts. I did them since I was little. I think that they're a lot of fun, and I think we could do that, Charlie.
Fun for all ages.
Yeah, right.
Absolutely.
We'd be a power team. You should come with us, Grace.
Yeah, maybe. I was
cool.
thinking about going to the Easter brunch. All the options sounded really good. I love penne with vodka sauce.
Anything with food, really.
Yeah,
but,
honestly.
Well, thank you so much, Grace. We appreciate it. After the break, we'll have one last look at your weather. Make sure to stick with us. Welcome back to Juice and Java. Now, April showers bring May flowers, but let's take a look at our 5-day forecast. So the rest of today, like I said earlier, rain throughout, but still pretty nice temperatures, but there's definitely some sun throughout the week. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, high of 52, low of 39 though, so definitely layer up with a rain jacket. Monday, rain throughout the day, on and off, but high of 64, so similar to today, low of 51. And then Tuesday, again, partly cloudy, high of 57. Again, that low of 39 is going to be a killer in April, but Wednesday, high of 62 and low of 43. So definitely pretty nice temperatures for April. And I do have a trivia question for you guys. Speaking of the rain, what is the average amount of rain Syracuse gets annually? Your options are 46.2 inches, 38.9 inches, 52.7 inches, or 59.1 inches. You know, considering all the snow we get, I kind of want to go with, I'm going to go with C. I'm going to go with, that looks like it's 50 something. I think we should go with that.
Yeah, I like C. Let's do it.
Okay, you were wrong. It's 38.9 inches annually.
What?
Yeah.
That doesn't seem right.
I know. And
I knew
all
that
the
was
snow.
wrong. I was gonna choose B anyway. But
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay, Charlie.
And did you know we get on average rain on 174 days out of the year? So that's
Look at you.
Yep.
Wait, that's so informative.
So weather.
If we have so much rain, I feel like would the snow melt away, or is that just a?
I think depending on the temperature, sometimes we have a lot of days where it's like kind of rainy but kind of snowy, just depending on the time of day. So.
Well, now with news from a galaxy far, far away, Ryan Gosling is set to film in a new Star Wars spin-off movie during a Star Wars Celebration event on Thursday. Lucasfilm announced that Gosling is the lead of a new movie, Star Wars Starfighter, directed by Sean Levy and coming out in 2027.
The story will be a brand new adventure with new characters taking place after the last Star Wars movie, The Rise of Skywalker. Gosling is the only confirmed cast member, but more details will be announced in the later years. Gosling, he's a huge megastar. Now, he's not only a megastar on Earth, he's a megastar in the entire galaxy. I absolutely love it. I think it's going to be awesome.
Oh, I love Gosling. I mean, you know, we saw him as Ken. We saw him in The Notebook, and now we're going to see him in a Star Wars movie. This guy's doing everything.
I'm glad you brought up Barbie. I'm hoping maybe he'll sing another song, but in space.
Yeah, right?
That would be great.
Well, we'll see. But right now, that is all the time that we have for you this morning on Juice and Java.
Check us out online at CitrusTV.com and follow us on CitrusTV on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
For the entire team, I'm Marie Achkar.
I'm Charlie Goldberg. Have a great day, Syracuse.